Then all of a sudden, we got monks walking the streets, traveling the country. We got sky anomalies again, just popping up out of nowhere in Florida. All I can say is you can feel the tension rising. You can go outside and you can feel the tension cut in air with a butter knife. That's how bad it is right now. I'm not telling anybody to lose their attachments to this world, but the world that we once knew is over with. And the further we go into these times, the more apparent it's going to be.
What is up, everybody? I'm Johnny Blacklight. Welcome to the channel. Here we talk about all kinds of weird stuff, man. Cryptids, UAPs, glitches in the Matrix itself, and more. Subscribe and stay a while. So today I want to check out this video I just randomly found on TikTok. What this guy says here aligns quite a bit with how I've personally been feeling and the type of content I've been making here on the Blacklight channel. I'm not saying this guy has all the answers, but what he's saying reflects something a lot of us seem to be feeling right now. So let's get right into it.
It's 2026 and it's already starting to feel like a bumpy year already. Like the road is super bumpy. First it popped off with Trump in Venezuela. Then all of a sudden we got monks walking the streets, traveling the country. We got sky anomalies again, just popping up out of nowhere in Florida. We got a lady that just got shot by ICE in her van because she tried to drive off. All I can say is you can feel the tension rising. You can go outside and you can feel the tension cut the fucking air with a butter knife. That's how bad it is right now. As the religious people would say, Jesus is on his way back. And I can't deny that energy is here. But how are you taking that energy? How are you receiving this energy? Now, I'm not telling anybody to lose their attachments to this world, but the world that we once knew is over with. And the further we go into these times, the more apparent it's going to be. I mean, come on now, we got all types of people on here already talking about nothing feel the same. They just don't have no joy or no fulfillment in life like they used to. Me included. Like I'm one of those people that come on here and I'm talking about these same situations. Awareness is key in these times. Pay attention to your surroundings. Also, look into your soul. Look underneath the surface level bullshit. Because there's more things that's going to happen this year. It's only a matter of time. And time really don't exist. The way time been flying, it's been feeling warped. It feels to the point to where you wake up, you go to work, you eat, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go to work, you eat, you go to sleep. Instant. So we are in the age of the quickening. We are in quick times right now. No denying. So with that said, man, everybody operating from their soul and not their ego. Shout out to y'all, man. The righteous ones. It's our time to shine. It's our time to spread information. It's our time to spread peace, positivity, guidance, whatever we can to help one another. Because it's only going to get worse. I don't want to say worse, but it's going to get intense. Shout out to the righteous, man.
Exactly, man. This is the kind of stuff I've been talking about, that awakening of the soul, so to speak, and the death of ego. I know for me personally, I don't even mess with psychedelics, but my ego has definitely taken a back seat as of late. Looking inwards and trying to find that joy and childlike wonder again, rather than even considering what or how I'm reflecting back into society as a whole when it comes to ego. Not with any kind of bitterness or negativity, but just like my ego just isn't in the driver's seat anymore. And honestly, it's definitely the best aspect of this whole awakening thing for me, and seems to be a launching point out of the Matrix itself, or at least into a space that's much more hyper aware and suspicious of what's going on. And for sure, it totally feels like the veil is thinning at this point. What with all the sightings and reportings of some super weird shit like all the time, there seems to be an uptick. Lots of people are noticing things and feeling off. And I don't believe in coincidences anymore, man. So, yeah. And it does feel like we're coming to some kind of breaking point here with everything that's been going on politically. And this year starting off with so much tension and chaos right from the jump. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going to happen or if anything cataclysmic at all, in fact, is going to end up happening. But I've been around for a lot of these moments, man, when everyone is saying we are on the verge of WW3 or it's all about to come crashing down, all that kind of stuff. But this time I got to admit, things do feel quite a bit different. And I think it may be due to the fact that we seem to know so much more about the elites or the powers that be, if you will. It's an age of disclosure, supposedly, but as a collective, a ton of us know that something's just not quite right anymore, regardless of what's being disclosed. He mentions here the quickening. I like that, man. I really noticed that too myself, and how time feels off for him and lots of us too. Mentioned that in my last video. Check that out. Just get up, go to work, come home, rinse, repeat. The Black Mirror bread and circus system has a lot of us waking up to what it is, or at the very least, an awareness and a bit of a better understanding of it as a whole and what it's doing to us, I guess. It's like our souls are shaking us awake out of some kind of uncanny nightmare that we've been stumbling through for a while now. And that, amidst all this doom and gloom, is kind of nice and a good, hopeful feeling, really. But to be honest, it really does feel like the old world is just gone, and we have moved into this new reality with so many of us sharing our thoughts on how we all just kind of have that off feeling, the joy and fulfillment aspect taking a hit across the board, getting away from the surface level bullshit of it all and trying to reach something on a deeper, more personal level seems to be kind of preparation for what's to come, because like he says here, man, 2026 is just beginning and more wild stuff is gonna pop off. And I guess we got to be prepared for that in a way. Peace, positivity, and guidance. The exact opposite of what the powers that feed on division are all about. That's the good stuff, man. And that's the stuff that's going to bring us together and get us through this chaos as best we can. So I know it's tough, weird, and uncanny, but with a little awakening and being there for each other, we got this. Keep on keeping on, man. So what do you think? Do you feel it too? And how are you coping with it? What stands out to you about all of this? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the video. I just saw this TikTok and wanted to jump on and discuss and elaborate on it a bit, because it definitely felt familiar and like a reflection of similar feelings I've had lately. But yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Johnny Blacklight. Subscribe for more. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see ya next time.